Hey, this is the Mighty Oba again here on clbTV and Mixed 1080 AM WUFO with our weekly sports update. We are up to mock draft number 2 for the Buffalo Bills. Let me explain something about my mock drafts. I usually gear my mock drafts around what I think are the needs of the Buffalo Bills. We do several of them before the draft. We should have at least 7 to 8 put together before the draft, and we see what happens after the draft. Last year we had Russell Wilson consistently in our mock drafts, but the Buffalo Bills decided to pass on him, one of their biggest mistakes that they made last year. This mock draft takes into consideration of the first mock draft. If Geno Smith is gone and he is not there, who do the Bills take at number 8? I think the Buffalo Bills still need a lot of help as far as their pass rush and outside linebackers, and I have them taking Bjorn Werner, defensive end out of Florida State, outside linebacker. At number 2, I think the Bills come back on the board and get a prospective quarterback in Tyler Bray, quarterback out of Tennessee. He's a project. Sometimes he can be a little erratic, but none of these quarterbacks in this draft have really taken the imagination of the scouts. At number 3, I think the Bills come back to Florida State and take Tank Carradine, 6'5", 265-pound defensive end outside linebacker, which will help solidify the Bills' pass rush, which I think was lackluster even with Mario Williams last year. Number 4, I think the Bills go after the pedigree of the draft, Kyle Long, son of Howie Long from Oregon. It's a tackle guard, 6'6", 311 out of Oregon. I think he can help out our offensive line. He can play guard and tackle. So I think the Bills are going to have to strengthen their offensive line because it looks like they could lose Andy Levitre. Number 5, I think the Bills get Doug Marrone's guy out of Syracuse, offensive tackle Justin Pugh. I think he's a very versatile guy, can play the right tackle. I think the Bills need to solidify their offensive line because it looks like they could lose Andy Levitre. They could lose Chad Reinhardt. The only guard that they have coming back under contract is Craig Urbick. And then they re-signed Colin Brown, who I think is at best mediocre. I think Justin Pugh would be a very good signing. Number 6, and the Bills only have 6 picks in this draft unless they are awarded compensatory picks from losing potential free agents. The Bills will pick Brandon Kaufman, wide receiver out of Eastern Michigan, 6'4", 214 pounds, good size, decent speed. They said they were looking for a bigger receiver. I think the Bills are also going to have to be very active in free agency with the amount of holes that they have. There's no way they can address these holes in the draft with only 6 picks. So that is our latest mock draft number 2. I want to bring you up to date with the downtown stadium update. We are trying to gather letters from organizations in support of this project, which will help employ 8,000 to 10,000 people during its 5 to 7 year build out. We're trying to put together a stronger argument to put forth so that the Greater Buffalo Sports Entertainment Complex is awarded the rights of development to the Outer Harbor land site. And we need you, please ma'am, please sir, write that letter of support to the Greater Buffalo Sports Entertainment Complex's due diligence on building a new stadium complex on the Outer Harbor land site in downtown Buffalo. You can send those to me in care of Mixed 1080 AM WUFO at 89 LaSalle Avenue, Buffalo, New York, 14214. We need those letters yesterday. We need your support. We will talk to you next week right here with our weekly sports update. I am the Mighty Oba.